is Sunday, March 23rd, 2025, here in Fort Myers Beach. And I'm kind of disappointed at myself because I said to myself, if the weather is nice and if the gas prices are below $3, I should be in West Palm. And I should be in West Palm. But what happened was I'm expecting a door to be shipped private carrier, and they said they would deliver it today. And I really want to install that door today because it's one of my outside doors got damaged. Well, not really damaged, but I accidentally sealed it to prevent the hurricane Milton from coming in. And of course, it went around that door, went right in my right through my garage door, the big one. And then anyway, long story short, I need to change bikes. So anyway, this bike has good shifters and it has good brakes. I just got a bike, and shifters are not that good, but the bike has it's an excellent riding bike. And I bought this bike. I put new shifters on it, but the pedal gear keeps on coming loose. But on that bike, this bike is a Schwinn. The other bike I have is a Trek. I like riding that Trek. Even the brakes I like on it better than this one. But anyway, it was low tide at 6 o'clock this morning, so it's almost 11 o'clock now. It probably is 11. So tide's coming in. High tide's at 6 tonight. I like this other bike I bought. I ride it around my house. The problem with that bike is I would need shifters here at the beach. That one's, I pretty much leave it on the main high gear, but the mid gear shift, but the gears that I need down here at the beach, I need to be able to switch on the fine tuning here on the sandbars. You need that, and catch a wave, or if you catch a little cliff, you have to either accelerate to get over, or there's people ahead of you, you can downshift. Hopefully it's cool. Someone has a big sign, I should film it. Trump with Gulf of America. Alright. Choosing this way to come back from the beach. Don't ask me why. Alright, so the good thing is I don't see the pipeline. I'm not sure if that was the case. Maybe it was the case. Maybe they buried the pipeline, or maybe the pipeline doesn't start till down a ways, but this is kind of nice coming out like this. I like it. So let's see, looking at the Gulf, I see the dredge. It's way over there. The humidity is really low. It's a beautiful sailboat straight out that way. You can see Sanibel Lighthouse way out there. It's just very low humidity. This morning it was 57 degrees. I was trying to fix a flat tire on my driveway this morning at 7 o'clock. didn't anticipate to fix a flat tire, but I saw a nail sticking out of it, or a screw actually. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know where I got that. I mean, I was doing a repair on a fence, and I was taking out some screws, but this screw was way too small. Didn't match any of the screws I was working with. Because I'm usually, when I work, I'm very knowledgeable to the fact that, you know, if I'm not clean and I don't keep track of my screws, it'll end up in my tire somehow. So I try my best to wrap the screws that I take out in plastic and paper, to put in the bag, tie the bag. But, anyway, it's just a gorgeous day out. The temperature right now, I think I saw my, it was like 74 degrees, but it feels even warmer than that. It feels about 75 out right now. Maybe 76. But there is a slight breeze, and look at this. So it is slightly lower here, the tide. I like how the sandbar is only about 10 yards off. That's nice. So you have like a little lazy river between the shore and the main beach, which is pretty nice. So this is like a little, this sandbar just is like it just edges out a little bit here because it joins back on the beach both north and south here, which is pretty interesting. And all right, so my first indication here is that, so this beach is somewhat soft. It's not hard. I wouldn't call it terra firma, was the word I used to use, I like to use. Could change. The bike is sinking in about ½ inch. And I pumped up the tires too, so I have a nice 60 psi on both tires. The tires were holding air, they were at 50 psi, but I said no, I'll fill it up. People walking. Walking's nice, but when you're walking, you're not like physically fit. You should be wearing a shirt, because that's unsightly. Like this, that's unsightly. I got tons of sand in my shoe. My sand was perfectly clean of sand. I cleaned it like last weekend. So I came to the beach today. Before I hit the beach, there was no sand on my shoe at all. Now it's full of sand. The sand just permeates the shoe easily. So my toes are feeling every single pedal. I'm feeling sand. Some people come to Florida just not necessarily for a vacation. This is a 24/7 exercise endeavor. So, and it's pretty sad, you know. They work all their life, or you know, they just can't do it. They come here, and this is their exercise binge. I don't know where it's going to take them, but you know, you gotta stay healthy. Every single day, you have to allocate some time for physical labor. You can't make money doing physical labor, and yeah, you have to exercise. What tide is coming in? It's coming in all day long. There's only 2 tides again today. Dad's teaching the child to make a sandcastle. That's pretty funny. So hopefully both cameras will take proper video. A lot of adults making sandcastles, and I mean, come on, let the kids make the sandcastles. Still spring break. seeing a mixture of high school and college. Here's high school right here. You know, if you get like 10 people together, you might go rent one of these things for about $800 or more. $800 when you start. But still, between 10 people, $80 each, sleeping on the floor. It's not too bad. That's the shape of, baby suit. Definitely sights are better this weekend than last weekend. Last weekend the tide was too high. I came out here a little bit earlier too, because I noticed that the tide started earlier. So I wanted to make sure I had some beach to bike on. Sad thing is I have extra sunblock in my car, so some of these people that are walking around with these big red sunburns, they're gonna hurt. A red sunburn like that may not hurt for a day or two, but they are going inside. They're gonna feel it. Passing along a Kai now, and it's somewhat full. The good thing is that all the rooms are rented, so they're not holding back on any of the rooms. Making good money. Some people notice I have cameras, so none of them are flashing. I don't have like flashing cameras, so you can't really see. And there's no like light on them either to tell people that it's on. And both of them are, both of them are noise cancellation. Yeah, and both of them are fit. They don't have, they have stabilization, but they're not like full-blown gimbals. Not full-blown gimbals, but they got stabilization. I'm telling you, it's very attractive. So we just passed Margaritaville. And there's a lot of distractions here. I almost passed Margaritaville straight because there's so many distractions. Pleasant distractions, that is. Downshift, terrible. I was riding with the highest gear. It's gotten, the terra firma's got a little more terra firma, so it feels a little bit better. So the water it's only 0 to 1 foot, well offshore. So it's very calm. Wind is from the east to west, or actually southeast northwest, so it's going along the coast. Longshore current though is going from northeast to south, northwest to southeast. So sometimes it's hard to even tell, but we're passing Times Square right now, coming up upon Hall Park. Some cute puppies, I love them. Love the puppies. Oh, there's an octopus. I don't know if it's a real octopus or a fake one. So there's a, it looks as though the Coast Guard scrambled one of those little tiny, I don't know what they are. They're not Hercules, but they're the little ones. C-130s maybe? And it's flying just over the beach here. Now it's flying over Sanibel. I don't know what they're doing. It can't. It's not like amphibious. It can't land in the water. But it was flying about maybe 200 feet over the deck. It's pretty interesting. So I'm hearing some people from Ohio because they're talking about the Ohio River. What? Oh, sorry. My mistake. I was going to cut in front of them and then the kids started running. I'm like, oh. You can see where the high water goes, so it's going to go up to where this ledge is. It can't go up beyond that ledge, but it's constantly eroding this area. So the sea is reclaiming. But definitely today is, if you have a raft or something, you go out and just lounge out in the water. Boats can come into shore too, really easy without fear of being swept into the sandbars. And the fear of stepping on a large shell is also diminished because there's not that much current, so that the shells are being basically covered up. They're not being uncovered by big wave currents. That doesn't necessarily say that there's not shells like with big feet on them crawling on the bottom. You can step on it. Yeah, you can still do that. And trust me, I've done that. And it hurt. I didn't go for a tetanus shot, but man, it did hurt. And I had to wear flip-flops everywhere I went from that point forward. Flip-flops, and I had to put Neosporin on. For like 3 days at least. I was told to walk in the water. When I'm out of the water, Neosporin. In the water, but I had to wear flip-flops in the water. But man. But no, the foot and hand, if you get an injury there, those parts of the body heal really fast. So, especially when you're younger. When you're old like me, forget it. I sprained my wrist, and it was 3 months ago, and it's still sprained. But I don't know. I think I was looking like a 400-pound item. I should have been playing Hercules that day. But anyway. There's puppies enjoying the beach. A lot of walkers out. So I'm trying to see if we're going to go beyond this point. We may be able to because it's low enough tide. Let's see here. Speed up a little bit. Big pipe straight ahead of us, but we just passed the pumping station. But up here is where all the slurry, they grind it up from that big pump, big augers, big suction augers, and they pump it with tremendous force. This is about, I think it's 18 inch or 20 inch or something like that. And there's that pumping station to help it along, pump seawater in. Gives it an extra push, and that goes all the way down the beach. And if the generator's on, if it's pumping, that means it's outflowing. The auger's going out there, and it's moving the sand. We'll just go down a little ways here. Check it out. It's a rubber pipe with they have some iron sheets over it. And don't know what purpose. Give it extra strength when they drag it, I guess. But so we'll go down just a little bit. We're not going to go all the way down to Roberts Point. Just going to go down the length of Shell. This is so beautiful out. Okay. There's enough of an overcast, to tell you the truth, that I did not have to put on sunblock if it stays like this. Now I did put on sunblock because I didn't know how long this beautiful overcast would stay. But I can feel the sun in the back of my neck. I'm glad I put some stuff there, but the rest of my body is feeling all right at the moment. And you can tell when you live in Florida for a while and you're trying to avoid the sun, and you're out till like 10 a.m. and then you stay indoors for most of the day, and you come out again at 5 o'clock. It's still pretty bright at 5 o'clock, and believe me, it's bright between 8 o'clock in the morning till 10. But you try to do all the projects you can during those times. And it's only in the wintertime that you can really come out at night and do anything as well, because the no-see-ums and mosquitoes come out at night in the summertime. In the wintertime, right now they're starting to come out. So, which is pretty sad. So it's almost April. So you think of it, April through almost December, that's all mosquitoes. They're not going to go away until that first cold snap kills most of them. But the chameleons, they work 24/7, 365. And the frogs come out at night. And believe me, they're like vacuums. They eat everything. But still, between chameleons, frogs, even birds, they can't eat them all. So you can see here, it's somewhat crowded here. These are people that solely rent here. There's quite a few people. Must be throwing some deals. Looks like we have competition, people building sandcastles here. And it looks like they built some last night and they're building some more. I'm seeing some people with some really dark tan, so they must put like that Hawaiian Tropic tanning oil on that only has an SPF of like 5 or something. And they just want to get that dark ebony tan. Like this guy. Alright. Right. Okay, now I'm feeling the breeze because I was basically pedaling with the wind now, and it is feeling nice. So it's at least 3 degrees, if not 4 or 5 degrees cooler, pedaling in this direction because I'm getting a nice 3 to 4 mile per hour wind, and you definitely feel it's about 5 to 6 degrees cooler. You wouldn't actually feel this unless you're bicycling. If you're walking, you won't feel it. So it looks like they're trying to hook this. It's kind of sad, but I can understand a dad playing football, but kind of like building a sandcastle for the child, unless the child actually wants it. And I used to build sandcastles for my son and daughter, but they would lose interest in about 5 seconds. I'm like, what about the sandcastle? You know, they're like, nope, tired of that. So it's hard to, where my son and daughter would always like to play football, like 24/7, they didn't want to stop, so I pretty much played that with them. That, and my son and daughter loved body surfing. They loved attacking the waves and diving in. It's nice. No, it's my fault, thank you. So, it's gorgeous out. Pirate boat should be out about now. It comes out between 10:30 and 11. I don't see him out. I'm looking towards Santa Boat. I don't see him. Unless he just came out. Let's see. I see something that looks like a... it looks like a Coast Guard boat, but it's not the pirate boat. Behind me, I'm looking. So anyway, I see that green building over there. That thing that they're still trying to build. They haven't fixed the roof yet, which is stupid because they should do that first. That is the investment, okay? Those people obviously are out of money, out of time, out of patience. They're out of their mojo. You need to go down to Mojo's Coffee and order Mojo's every single day. Because that should have been done by now. So that would be a good buying opportunity. And I can tell you, they're just holding on to that, waiting until the market recovers, which will be in about a year or two if we don't get any more hurricanes. If we get more hurricanes, forget it. That place needs to get torn down. But if you have money to buy, not right now, but this summer, if somehow you have a magic ball, you could foretell there'll be no more hurricanes for the next 5 to 10 years. This would be the time to buy. Again, prices have come up a bit, but they're plateauing. And with any more hurricanes, forget it. That plateau is going to break and collapse. But if there's no more hurricanes with interest rates going down, and basically the rest of the world doesn't want American vacationers, this area is going to skyrocket because it has so much available open space, and the last couple of hurricanes have cleaned it out. So this area is going to boom in tourism, American tourism, because foreigners don't want to come to the U.S. for whatever reason, and foreign countries don't want U.S. tourists coming to their country. So probably Russia would like Americans going there. The older America-friendly countries like the NATO, European Union, they don't really like Americans, even Canada. And I think this has been something that they really just don't like and very envious of America in general. They just don't like it, very jealous. It's something that Trump didn't even enact. He was talking about tariffs, and they enacted tariffs first. Wow, and they already have tariffs. So they enacted tariffs, they doubled down their tariffs, and America hasn't even enacted any tariffs yet. So I think Trump should do that, should do 100, 200% tariff on every country that you tariff the United States, you get tariff back. None is waiting or negotiating. Like that cranked out like 110 decibels. You have to, and you have to use your ears to listen for any machinery malfunction. Oh my God! Wow. So here's the Best Western Plus. I love this hotel. They haven't built their tiki hut gazebo. Their little outside bar. I don't know why they didn't open, because they're missing out on spring break. They should have opened this place 2 months ago. See, he's jogging with the wind. It's easy. The wind's pushing about 2 to 3 miles an hour extra. Every step up, you're getting at least 1 mile per hour push. But on the way back, he'll be fighting it. He'll probably walk. I'm fighting it right now. With every thrust of the pedal, I'm only getting 2/3 effort because the wind hitting me. You can see these flags are flying almost at full flap. A lot of joggers out here. I see a bicyclist coming our way. People flying kites. Definitely a kite flying day. People playing football. time I've seen that. There's a chair that's a lounge chair / sitting chair. So you can lay it down as a lounge chair and flip it 180 degrees, and it becomes a sitting chair with like a canopy roof on it. That's pretty novel. It's like a transformer chair. In one direction, it's a sitting chair with a canopy roof, and the other direction, it's a lounge chair. And the cup holder rotates. So you can use it in both directions. Very nice. Someone is very someone's making all these sandcastles. Okay, I can smell that guy's I don't know what that his e-cigarette, what do you call it? It was pretty disgusting smelling. Come to the beach. I want to smell beach air, fresh beach air, not smoke or what else. Pizza, sausage, okay, I don't mind smelling that. I don't want to smell somebody's disgusting stuff. I'm just scanning the beach. Again, this thin haze is getting a little thicker, so it's even nicer to come out. I'm not getting any burn. I feel it on the back of my neck right now. So that was Lynn Hall Park we just passed. Ice cream guys making a see that they have zones, so you can't go beyond their zone. You can see if you're a business, the easiest way to open up the business is to take a walk first in your target area you want to open the business in, and watch what other people are wearing, the shoes, the drinks, the beach umbrellas, the toys, the footballs, the bicycles, and then you know exactly what to sell or rent to people. The people here definitely want food and drink. There's one thing that's lacking here at Fort Myers Beach. Yeah, you have big restaurants, but you need something in between. They don't have a 7-Eleven right now, so they either have to buy it at Walmart before they come on the island, or there's a 7-Eleven way down the beach there. That only services way down the beach, and the Publix that's way down the beach has public prices, and they're even higher than 7-Eleven. But they need a 7-Eleven that serves beer and drinks, especially pickles. And they need some place that serves just simple ice cream and stuff. So these beach carts are good, but they're not good enough. They need something a little bit more than a beach cart, but less than Walmart. So we're passing Margaritaville. Again, it's crowded. There's hardly any sun right now. And the breeze is picking up. It's about 70, 77 right now, maybe. Still lower than 80. And this tide is excellent. Sorry.
So what's your last name?
Oh, sorry. I'm going slow. See, the two kids were converging right where I wanted to play. I had to go really slow. So shelling seems to be really good. I'm looking down at the ground here. Remember, the best shelling is down by Publix on the beach here, but I'm looking at where the waves are. Again, tide's coming in, but that means that the shells are really good where the waves are breaking right now. tide tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock will be fantastic. I don't know what just happened there on the left-hand side. I'm hoping my camera caught that, because I don't know what was going on. I'm not going to go into detail what just happened on the left-hand side, but it had to do with someone who was ducking, hiding, and guarding their bathing suit. So here's the other ice cream person up here. So they do have demarcation zones. People are getting ice cream. He knows where to park his ice cream. I see a lot of people are eating ice cream in this area, so they've already had their ice cream filled. They want seconds. People are walking this way. People are walking. They're probably looking for the ice cream thing too. I remember on Daytona Beach, we used to look for the hot dog wagon. We used to walk the beach looking for the hot dog wagon. When we found it, oh my gosh! Because the chili dogs that they had, that was awesome. There's a lot of sights going on right now. When it's cloudy like this, people ask themselves, maybe it's better to go for a walk. But it's gorgeous walking weather. Sometimes I can kink my neck. If I see a sight and I'm fixated on it, my neck gets kinked. Okay, it looks like the waves have come up a little bit. Now it's between 1 and 2 feet. Kind of like still 1 feet right near shore, but it goes to 1 to 2 feet offshore. So the wind is picking up. And the waves, because the tide's coming in a little bit, there's a little more water to pick up. Sorry. A lot of people eat the Subway sandwiches here. I don't know where they got them from. They're good. Man, am I hungry. I had breakfast this morning too. It's terrible. I intend on having soup tonight. Eat light. So on my way to the beach, I didn't see any $40 parking, but definitely I saw $25 and $20. So I don't think, and on the way to the beach this morning, traffic was really light. Again, it was almost 11. So, and these clouds definitely are now going to cause the enthusiasm to come to the beach to be a little diminished, but there's still a lot of people here. There's more people coming, I can see them. Some people are walking with big shell buckets. Sad that they tore down the Neptune Inn. Definitely go over them. We're going to cut in as soon as we pass the Diamond Head. beach is awesome. I'm gonna do a roundabout on Times Square, go down Old St. Louis Boulevard, check it out. I didn't see that octopus on the beach, so it may have been fake, I don't know. There's a big water truck on the beach. Or maybe it's not an oil truck, maybe it's a diesel. Maybe it is. Maybe they're going to fill up the diesel generators or diesel pumps, that is, water pumps. I'm making the same looking type of sandcastle. So they must have like all saw the same movie. Maybe it's a Disney movie, you know. They all look like the sandcastles. That's one movie they haven't made though. They should make a sandcastle movie. Sandcastles that come alive. That'd be cool. Alright, so we're gonna try to exit the beach around here. Those people are going in at a good angle over there. Try to exit that same exit point. You know, I'm looking for maybe I'm not looking right. I don't see not looking right, guys. Hold on. I think I already passed it. I was looking for Spanky's Clubhouse, but I don't see it. I think I passed it already. So that must be back there. I was looking there. I thought Spanky's Playhouse was like right up in this vicinity, but I think he's back there a little bit. Right. Let's hope there's an exit up here. It's gorgeous out. It's never a bad day in Florida, even when it's raining. See, the difference is that when it rains, unless it's the dead of winter, where the rain is kind of chilly, not cold, but chilly. In the summertime when it rains, even in the biggest downpour, so yeah, it could be kind of chilly, but usually the rain is warm. That is a big difference between Florida and everywhere else in the country. Everywhere else when it rains, it's cold. Denver, Colorado in the summertime, rain ends. Rain was ice cold. It looked like glacier. The glacier was melting, dripping over it, even though it was 80 degrees outside. Wow. So anyway, this is what I guess the Neptune, that's what it was. I guess. Yeah, it must be. See, I don't recognize this area at the Neptune because this was the landmark. They changed the whole landmark in this area. See, they're already grading it. I like driving too. Now this real estate office coming up, they want $20 million for this fenced-in piece of property here that got destroyed. They had a wooden like apartment on this thing right here. I think it got wiped out, and then they basically had the real estate office. So they had a real estate office and they were renting these dilapidated whatever that was. It got wiped out, but they can't sell it because they want $20 million for that piece of property. I mean, if I had $20 million, I'd be buying the old Waffle House next to. I mean, I wouldn't even pay $20 million, and that old Waffle House is going points for $7.9 million. But it's no way I'm going to pay $20 million for this destroyed relic that needs to be wiped out. I mean, literally, this is junk. They want $20 million. I mean, I'd buy the Waffle House for, I wouldn't even offer him 7.9. I would offer him, like, if you know, I know Margaritaville wants the property. So I would offer him, like, you know, well, come on, $5 million. And that's way too much. More like $3 million. But they're not going to sell it for less than $5 million. I mean, and that too is a destroyed piece of property. It's got no inherent value. The only thing it has is it's just close to Margaritaville. So the profit is not 7.9. That's if Margaritaville has a good year this year, next year. They're thinking about expanding, but they don't have the money right now to expand, so they ain't going to be buying it this year, especially not for $7.9 million. For $3 million, I mean, they bought they bought Silver Sands Resort for $7.1 million. That was more of a third-party transaction, but the third party knew that Lee County Police wanted a place, and so see, people are parking here on the right for free. So it's illegal, but you know, you get rid of it. Anyway, I wouldn't pay for that piece of real estate back there $20 million. Ridiculous. Even before Hurricane Ian, that was not $20 million. That may have been $8 million, not $20 million. I see Spanky's clubhouse is right there. You know, and again, that's like 100,000. Because all it is a Spanky's clubhouse. See, people are renting their homes now, which is good. So people are walking to the beach, renting from homes. That's because there's so many condos and hotels that got wiped out. So I still see a lot of parking available here. There's a little boy ice cream, a couple of people eating ice cream. They're walking to the beach with some ice cream. The goods store, it's sad that they had to knock down their other goods store, but they got a better location, although they're only 1/3 or less than 1/3 of what they used to be. They need to expand. The goods really needs to buy some of this adjacent property. They're charging $20 here at Kia Stereo. So the 7-Elevens haven't made any indication of coming back on this side of the island, and I don't see Hooters making any inclination to come back either. Again, the amount of overcap clouds, and those are kind of low stratus clouds. They're higher than that. Well, hard to say. Some of them are really high cumulus clouds, but it looks like they're descending strato clouds. It's kind of weird. I had to come here because there was a dog. I didn't want to get in the dog's way. When the dog starts looking at his chops and looks in the direction of his owner, he was getting worried that I was coming, so I had to get out of his way. I don't want to give the dog the dog's enjoying himself. I want to give him a wide berth so he can keep on enjoying his walk. So we'll kind of go in the reverse since we're on this side of the road. Although I'll probably come back on this side of the road. I want to actually get over and check out. I want to check out the pool over here, so I want to get as close as I can to the pool. So we'll see when one person gets tired and had to walk, then the other person's got to walk too, which is pretty sad. Yeah, there's a spot, man. This pool is looking awesome on the left-hand side. It's filled all the way up to the rim. And even though the music is not that good, A lot of people are still in there enjoying it. It looks like they have two types of music going in, two sides of the pool, which is good because the main music they're playing here is pretty awesome. I can tell you the pool is pretty cold too because the people that just get in it are shivering. The bars are open. Oh, sorry. Not my fault. Alright, so now that I'm on this side of the road, I guess I lied. I'm going to have to go this way since I'm on this side of the road. Alright, I just hit something that sorry about that. I hit a seashell that really didn't resonate that well, and I was listening to it. I wasn't much where I was listening. I was waiting for my tire to explode because I know the sound. I know the sound of hitting something with a tire, and then shortly thereafter the tire explodes. If the tire exploded on this thing, I would take the braking and the shifters off this bike and put it on my other bike immediately. Okay, I see the pirate boat now offshore, so he got a late start. It's almost 12 noon. So he's coming really close into shore, so he's gonna fire his cannon, that's for sure. So that close to shore, that close to Lanakai. He always fires his cannon when he's close to shore near Lanakai. Although I heard him a couple times fire it way offshore. People must have to pay to fire the cannons. So people have to pay or something. So again, this is Times Square. I used to own a restaurant in here back in 1989. We're talking decades ago. So long ago that it doesn't resonate anymore. And there used to be stores on both sides here. This used to be a paved road where cars, when I owned this, cars used to come down this road, and it wasn't pavers, it was a regular asphalt road. So a lot has changed. So you had Pete's Time Out right here. You had Palaka. You had on the other side of the road. You had Top of Mast. And for the longest while too. These places were in business for like decades. So Hurricane Ian wiped out Legacy. Oh, that's the pirate boat. Just totally awesome out here. Okay, so they park where the pavement is the lowest. So I'm gonna have to go down a little bit and see if I can pull it right in front. Maybe goes down.
What I ask you.
See, that's a good thing too. You can come in here if you're a private car and do a delivery for the businesses. And that's what they just did over there. They brought a hand truck and they're delivering. Or maybe she has her own little business going on. You never know. You have to have a two-person business. You have one person serving it up, and the other person is going for additional provisioning. That's it. Because one person has to be serving, the other person has to be bringing in the inventory. I see a lot of out-of-state cars here. Wisconsin, New York. I don't think we're far down here. I'm gonna loop down this little road over here. Take just a little diversion because I feel like it. See, there used to be a 7-Eleven over here on the right-hand side, and all these parking spots on the left-hand side used to be free. And see, everyone's looking for a spot because it's $2. It's $2 an hour in Lynn Hall Park. Outside Lynn Hall Park, it's $5 an hour. Unless you park on Old San Carlos, you have some that are $3, some are $4 an hour. It's still ridiculous. One guy used to charge $10 a day. He was packed. Yeah, I'm gonna sell this book. I like it, but I don't know. I've abused it too much. I got too much salt water in it. The spokes are rusting. I don't know how to. I'm not going to take every single spoke out and replace it. And I could buy new wheels. I don't know if I should, because if the main pedal sprocket is going, or too much fussing around with it. See, it used to be old wooden homes here. They all got knocked down. Just at that beautiful house there. All the other homes, like there was a home here, I'm pretty sure. So they bought the property and extended the fence, which I think they shouldn't do. I mean, it's kind of terrible that they had to. And people are parking over here too. But they want $5 an hour. Fuck. They want $5 an hour to park. They're charging $20 all day to park, which is not too bad. It's not too bad. So if they were smart, they'd park right in front of this place. Being Sunday, they're not working today. They can get away with it. That's why a lot of these people have private property lines and stuff. You have to have it, or else they'll still. Once one person takes advantage of it, the locals, the yokels, the ones that work here, they have their eyes open for parking. Believe me, because people who work here have a hard time finding a spot. They do. $5 an hour here for $5, that's $25, which is, on a day like today, if you're only in town for a week, you want to spend the majority of the day here on the beach. And a day like this, where you're getting a beautiful overcast, it could actually make a little. Oh, here's someone's chair thing is blowing across the road. It's kind of weird. I'm not going for it. This whole place is weird. Check out some of this area. So a lot of these like tiki bars and stuff, they probably get like this Suzy Q's over there. It's a great idea and everything. She must make most of her money at night. And I'm telling you, at night here, there's a different atmosphere altogether. Some of these parking lots, like the parking lot to the right here, some of them don't charge after 5 p.m. So I mean, you can come down here and park, and it's pretty cool. There's $20 a day, all day parking. Used to be $4 an hour. I mean, if you're gonna charge $20 a day, you might as well eat and go to the beach. Or go to the beach and come back and eat. This is probably the better way of doing it. You can smell the food. Oh man, it smells really good. I hear the Eagles. The Eagles and Jimmy Buffett both used to be major. I mean, in the early 70s and the 80s, that's all you would hear down here is Jimmy Buffett and Eagles. And it's rare. I don't hear that as much Eagles. Jimmy Buffett, yeah. Oh yeah, I hear that all the time still. But you don't hear as much Eagles. And granted, yes, Eagles, 1974, 75, they were at their cream to top, whatever. You know, the top of their fame. Yeah, of course you're going to hear them. But specifically here, it was big. And I love the Eagles. So it's nice to see Nervous Nellies is open. That is a huge restaurant. So Matanzas Inn. Let me see if they're in by this. Their waterfront inn portion is open. Let me see. The upstairs is open, which is good. It says the patio is open. No, the ground floor is still not open. I don't know what's going on with that. Let's go under the bridge here. Let's check it out. If you have a bicycle, I can go bicycle anywhere. So here's parking enforcement. They're parked over here. They're checking out people. He's trying to give out tickets to make his quota. Now, in 1989, believe it or not, it was still free to park under the bridge here, and I think that's ridiculous, charging people to park under the bridge here. This is where the local workers used to park under the bridge, and I don't know. It just got to the point where they were saying gangs were under here. That was a bunch of BS, just for them to rob local employees of the right to park here. So locals basically, I don't know where they have to park. They have to park on Little Estero Island, and they have to take a bus in or something. It's ridiculous. This fourplex for sale, they want $980,000 for it. That is insane. I think it's a there's 4 rooms. I see numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's destroyed. You know, of anyone, it's the Lighthouse Resort is going to buy that, but they're not going to buy that for $1 million. I mean, it's destroyed. The land is worth $500,000, not $1 million. The property on it needs to be leveled because they didn't build because they were destroyed more than 50%, so which means that they cannot rebuild. They have to knock it down. And it's going to be a $100,000 knockdown fee as it is. So to knock it down and rebuild something, you're going to get $1 million for it. I would have private conversations with this place first to see if they're interested in renegotiating for a 10% commission. That's what I would do. And then if they were to sign yes, I'd go in as a non-agent. Make an offer on their behalf. Non-agent, I'd be a full agent representing Lighthouse Resort, but I'd be a non-agent on that property. It almost feels like I want to end the video right here because I'm right here by the tiki. So this is the tiki. This is one of the famous bars and restaurants. If you want a good deal, here's where to come. And you get a pool to look at too. And they really fixed up. This wall wasn't even here. They put it in after Hurricane Ian. And this wall over here, the sound wall, put that in too. So it keeps the sound in as well, the lights and the sound. I think that was a big complaint. But it doesn't keep the hurricane out, that's for sure. I mean, it may keep a little out, but it don't keep much. So the police are taking up a lot of parking spots, which is pretty upsetting, but I guess they gotta park somewhere. So we're gonna see if we can cross the road. Yeah. I don't think I can cross the road. I want to cross the road. I'm gonna cross it. Alright. Shoot bicycle. There we go. Listen to bicycle there. I wanted to show you what the awful parking situation is here. The one thing about the reason why this is a 2-star resort is because they have awful parking. If any places need to buy additional real estate to put a parking garage on, it's Margaritaville. They're a 2-star resort. That's the reason why they're a 2-star resort. It says exit only, but I don't agree with signs. See, here's the way out. I should drive in there. Eventually, this stuff they have planted on the left-hand side, this will grow into, if they don't cut this stuff back, this will grow into a big hedge. So they have to prune this stuff really gingerly because it will grow into a hedge that's huge, which will be interesting actually. So on the left-hand side of the road, I'm parking for $20 a day. But it's a nice concrete parking lot. So people prefer parking over there because they don't want to park their car on sand, or it looks pretty safe over there too. We've got 2 extra lots here. These 2 extra lots could be good parking lots, but because they're on the water, and to tell you the truth, those lots would be better to buy than the old Waffle House. If you could buy those 2 lots for $500,000 each, I'm pretty sure that for $1 million investment, you can get Margaritaville to buy you out for $2 million. See, only if you could buy the surf club and you could build like a 12-story parking garage slash like elevated McDonald's slash ice cream slash pizza slash parking garage slash hotel on the top of it. And then it may not be worth. Then it may be worth. I still can't fathom $7.9 million. If you could put a parking garage, a bottom parking lot for the shops raise one level.
All right, so yeah.
Tuna Skin was one of the first businesses to reopen, and they fixed up their hotel on the second floor too. So that was pretty awesome, I think. Smart that they did that too. But for some reason, Tuna Skin is still a void. People don't see it. And I see people with bags, so maybe it's just me, but I don't know. I don't know. I really wish when they rebuilt that, they should have put like 4 or 5 more levels on top of it. And made it a better apartment complex. See, I think when the hurricane was coming, you should have applied for your building permit right then and there. Because you would have got it immediately. You would have got it immediately, with no hassles, and you could have rebuilt. You probably would have been given like a 2-year or something. And that would have been a smart thing to pay that money, whatever it costs, instead of waiting in line. Word of the wise: if a hurricane comes in, look and see if you can get a building permit before it strikes. Because there'll be no big lines, there'll be no waiting, there'll be no appraisal. Just build.
It's a good little beach vibe.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You're already gone. I see a lone pelican. Yeah, that was I knew the guy wasn't watching. If I didn't brake and make that squealy noise, he would have just plowed right into me. So Terrell put up a nice big solid block wall. See, this property here where the old goods building was, it's still a good property right here. People are using it smart for parking. I don't see a do not parking sign. Same thing over here. This lot. Some people kept walls in their business so that they wouldn't have to rebuild 100%. Because it doesn't matter. 50% or more damage, you have to rebuild. or 150, but whatever it is. It's ridiculous. This place here trying to sell it for $4 million. Come on. Once you pay $4 million, you're going to be hit with the biggest tax bill you would never believe every single year. So you better be able to justify that with some significant earnings. So yeah, we used to have Armando's Day Spa on the left-hand side, coming up on the other side of this Pearl Street. They had just opened that like in somewhere between 86 and 89. I was here for the longest while, got wiped out. And then over across Del Mar here, you used to have the Shamrock Inn hotel bar that was here. I mean, literally, since the 60s it was here. Again, that got wiped out. Not just a little wiped out. The green Shamrock bus they had in the back got wiped out too. There still is buying opportunities here. This building right here, this blue building, as far as I'm concerned, it's not knocked down, so it's got potential. It's not as high as you would like it. Give it some time. A lawyer will come in here and snap this thing up because he'll file a lawsuit against the Fort Myers Beach Town Council, and he'll get it. He'll get the rights to build it. So that's pretty cool. They allowed people to stop and buy food. It's pretty cool. It's $20 a day, all day parking. The beach connection. I always wanted to build well, I could have bought that place for $50,000. Land and building in 1989. I should have, because I would have long bought it, used it, and sold it. Well, I mean, Hurricane Charlie would have been a problem because it would have been 7 feet water. But really, there was Tropical Storm Keith was in '87, and not until Charlie hit in 2000, whatever it was, 2004 or 5, I forget now. Time just goes. But from '89, really, I mean, '87 was Tropical Storm Keith. They had a 4-foot storm surge. Imagine going from '87 all the way to 2004 without a hurricane. It was Tropical Storm Keith that wiped out. There used to be the horseshoe behind Captiva on Buck Key. It used to be the horseshoe canal, and there was the king, I think it was a king spider back there. It looked like a king crab, but it was a spider. It spun big webs, and it was the only place that lived on Earth. Hurricane Keith wiped them out. It's pretty sad because they were as big as king crabs. But there used to be the horseshoe canal back there, and Hurricane Keith also wiped that out. Just filled it in. Actually, I'm trying to think about that. No way. I was on horseshoe in '89, so it had to happen after that. It must have been like a 1995 hurricane. So, oh well. Anyway, long story short, back to the present. I'm still looking for my... I buy real estate, but I still haven't bought it right here on the beach, except for that restaurant that one time. I'm looking for another chance to buy in. And I want, you know what? You see that library over there? That's what I really want. Nobody uses it. It looks like a casino. People, they don't use the school anymore. They don't use that church. This lot could be a good parking garage and the start of a resort. And that could be the start of a big fortune. I wish I could team up with someone with a little bit of money, a little bit of clout to get it going, and I'm telling you. Anyway, until next week, hopefully maybe I can get out to West Palm But I'm thinking next week I have another project to do locally, so I won't be locally. Maybe the week after that. All right, until then.